We've got our guest joining us this evening, Dr. Rajneesh Kaur, to discuss the topic insomnia, which is a big one. Welcome.
Thank you, Bianca.
Yes, we were just having a little chat off air. It's a big topic. A lot of people are suffering with this condition. Now, I'm not sure what it is. I think we all sort of think, is it our devices? Is it our busy lives? Is it we don't turn the lights down earlier enough in our home? I've heard a lot of people put lamps on an hour or two before bed. Is that, where do we start? Well, there's so many things.
Yes, so in Ayurveda, as we say, that sleep is one of the 3 pillars of a healthy life, which means that if you have a good sleep, then you can have a good health. But if you have a disturbed sleep, or if you're suffering from insomnia or anything which is related to sleep, then that can definitely lead to a disease in future.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I did hear a few months ago that insomnia can lead to diabetes and weight gain and things like that.
Yes, because insomnia, it is very much related to everything in your life. If you talk about digestion, hormonal imbalance, your immunity, your energy, your stress, anxiety, your nervous system. So everything is balanced if your sleep is balanced.
But what about if someone can't sleep, but then they've got the luxury to sleep in, they don't have to get up at 7 to go to work? You know, a lot of people say they might work this sort of hours where they can sleep in. So what about if they sleep in till 10 or 11? Is that replenishing, or is that not good?
I think too much of everything, as you know, too much of everything is bad. So in Ayurveda, we say, like, if you have 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it is enough for the rejuvenation of your body.
Right. So if they went to bed at 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning, up all night, and then slept in, that's still okay?
According to Ayurveda, like, you know that Ayurveda is all about lifestyle. So going off to sleep and waking up, so all these things, they are very much important according to Ayurveda. So Ayurveda talks about the timings to go off to sleep and the time to wake up.
That's why I asked, because I thought maybe sleeping in is a bad thing. That's why I asked. Yes. The body waking at 10, 11 in the morning might be bad.
Yes, definitely it will be bad, because Ayurveda talks about that when the sun rises up, it is the best time for you to wake up.
Because
it is a system of the body and everything is maintained, because Ayurveda talks about food, like what time you should have your breakfast, your lunch, your time. And similarly, Ayurveda talks about what time you should go off to sleep and what time you should wake up, because everything is controlled when you are having a good sleep, like your digestion. So there is a proper timing after dinner when your food is absorbed, digested, where your immune system is rejuvenating, your energy is improving, your organs, they are working well. So this is a system which Ayurveda talks about, and Ayurveda, as you know, that talks about the timing. The timing is very important as per Ayurveda.
Right, yeah. So, eating late's not a good one. I know we've talked about that before with different people on the show. You know, like sometimes people are a bit hungry, 10, 11 at night, they might have a piece of toast with cheese or something, and then that's going to be harder for them to sleep.
Yes. If people, like, if I talk about a Pitta person is the one who is having a lot of digestive fire. So if they have their dinner at maybe 7 o'clock, definitely if they go off to sleep at maybe 9, so they'll be a little bit hungry. So for them, they can have a little bit of snacks, maybe some good herbal tea if they like to, or maybe a piece of fruit they can have. So something so that they are not hungry at night, and then that would disturb their sleep again. So it depends on your dosha, which dosha you are, and your digestion, what kind of digestion you have, and accordingly you have to eat.
Right. So all the doshas are different, but is it sort of a good general all-round tips to advise people if they are hungry, just a herbal tea will reduce the hunger pangs? Is that for everyone? Like generally, to fill the stomach with something warm, let's say?
Yes. If we talk about a general tip for everyone, Ayurveda, and which is in relation with insomnia, Ayurveda talks about having a warm milk at night if you're not lactose intolerant. So having warm milk, because warm milk has tryptophan, which is helping to calm your nervous system and induces sleep. So having a warm milk at night will definitely help you with your hunger pains, or if you think you'll be hungry, and definitely it will help you with your sleep also.
Right. Because sometimes people can't sleep because they don't have enough food in them as well. You hear people saying, oh, I skipped a meal, or I didn't eat enough dinner, and they're up till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yes. So for them, this is a very good option, having some warm milk at night, or they can have a small piece of fruit, because fruit is easy on digestion, so they will not have any problem with their indigestion and then with the sleep.
Yeah. Now, is it true that you reminded me then in Ayurveda that we can't mix fruit and dairy? Is that right?
Yes.
Which I said that because, that's right, someone said that they had yogurt with banana, and I said, I don't think that's a thing, but they said, I think it's the berries that you can't have with yogurt or ice cream, but you can banana, but they can banana or no banana? Because you know how banana's a bit different, it's not as watery?
Yes, actually, again, it will depend. If you talk generally, we would not suggest a person to have something which is easily digested and something which takes time to digest.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Got it.
So same goes with dairy products and fruits.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll say no banana then, because that will digest quickly. Right, yeah. It's always good to go through that. It makes so much sense, doesn't it? Something takes a long time, something doesn't take a long time to digest, so it's going to clash.
Yes.
Something's going to ferment, like the fruit will ferment.
Yeah, so thing which is easily digested, it will be digested quickly, and the thing which is heavier on your digestion, it will stay there. It take a long time, and definitely you may have some signs of indigestion if your digestion is not very strong.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the causes of insomnia that you're seeing in your practice? Like, what do people say? They're stressed, or they're stuck on their phones? Is there like a general thing you're seeing?
If I talk about being an Ayurvedic doctor, if I talk about Ayurveda, all the 3 doshas, they play a role with sleep. But generally, it is the imbalance with the Vata dosha and a little bit of Pitta dosha that can lead to insomnia. But if I talk generally about the reasons of insomnia, is the lifestyle, the bad lifestyle. So people, like you mentioned, if people are having heavy meals at night, that will disturb their sleep, or if they're eating too late, that may again disturb their sleep, or if people are doing something that stimulates their mind, that is another reason for a bad sleep. If they're not sleeping at proper timings, like if one day they're sleeping at 8 o'clock, the other day 11 o'clock, or maybe 12 o'clock, so that pattern again makes their body imbalance, their mind imbalance, and there are hormonal imbalance as well. So that is another reason for insomnia. So these are the few reasons. And again, if you are taking cold food, if you are growing with age, if you're using a lot of if you are on screen for a long time, and if you're not practicing all those things at night, in the evening, that calms your nervous system, then definitely you will go into insomnia.
Yeah, makes sense. I was going to jump ahead and ask what are some tips to try to get to sleep, but maybe is there anything else we need to cover before we get to that? Our everyday practices to improve sleep, so what we can do in the day, and then we'll get to what we can do at night.
Yes. So because Ayurveda talks about lifestyle, if you have a balanced lifestyle, you will not come across any kind of concern or any disease. But if there is an imbalance, or if you do not have a healthy lifestyle, definitely you come across diseases. So same goes with insomnia. So with insomnia, actually it depends on like how you end your day. So having a dinner 2-3 hours before you sleep, if you think that there are some signs of indigestion, then maybe you can have a little bit of a warm herbal tea with some good digestive spices, so that you feel more calm with your gut. And then having a warm shower also relaxes your nervous system. And that is basically like detaching your night from the day. So
Yeah.
whatever is going in your mind, you have to detach yourself from that at night so that you can have a calm and restful sleep. Which means
Yeah.
some practices, like some very small things like massaging the feet of your soul at night with sesame oil if you're a Vata person, or with ghee if you're a Pitta person. And again, breathing exercise, meditation. It helps you to detach your day from the night and you be in yourself, and then you have a restful sleep.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a psychological thing. You hear people saying, "Oh, feeling a bit wound up, a bit busy day, and if I have a shower, then I can decompress." So it's changing the structure of the night. I get it. Makes sense the way you said it. And what digestive spices are good? Again, I know there's different doshas, so different spices for different people. Is there one that's sort of soft for all? Like, I don't know, cinnamon in milk or something? Is there a gentle one that's a little bit that's good for everyone, or not?
Yeah, if you like having herbal teas at night before bed, then cumin, coriander, fennel, these are some soothing spices which you can have that are good for digestion.
Yeah.
And it will help you in calming the Vata dosha also.
Fennel. It's nice, and it's a bit licoricey. Is that the one? Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah.
What's your favourite spice? Do you have a favourite?
All
few?
the three.
Or all the three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually sipping the coriander, cumin, fennel herbal tea when I'm at work or when I'm at home.
All three together?
Yes. So this
So
is a
those
good
three go?
combination. Yeah.
Coriander, cumin and
Fennel.
Coriander. So what do you do? Do you buy them whole and then grind them up, or?
Maybe you can buy like whole seeds, and then when you're preparing, just put it in warm water and you can boil it, or you can just soak it.
I'll
and
leave
then
them
have-
whole better.
Yeah.
Right. So if you grind them up, what does it do? It's just
You
a
can
bit
grind
harsher.
yeah, but because sometimes the residue is still there when you are straining them, so it will be good if you have the whole seeds, because that will help to maintain the quality of the spices as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So before you mention hormone imbalance, what are some? I understand sort of estrogen with women during menopause can affect sleep.
Yeah. Again, as I was talking about the hormonal imbalance with you, and also when we grow in age, the Vata dosha, which I mentioned, is the main cause of insomnia or any diseases related to the nervous system, that increases. So if we are, Vata means drying, so it is the drying of the internal system, drying of the brain, drying of the joints. So all these things, they happen with age.
Yeah, true.
And then it leads to insomnia, and same is with the menopause.
So Vata, what can people do to reduce the dryness in their body?
So
Saunas? I don't know, is that a thing? Sauna in Ayurveda or not? They don't do saunas?
Abhyanga, oil
What's it called?
massage.
Oil.
Putting oil, rubbing oil on the body helps in balancing the dryness, the external dryness, and that is the reason why we recommend the feet massage at night with oil.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And also putting oil on your scalp is another good option if you're comfortable. And as Ayurveda talks about many good treatments for insomnia, like Shirodhara. Have you heard of Shirodhara?
Yeah, is that the warm oil on the head?
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. So oil is the best thing that will help in balancing the Vata dosha, and internally also avoiding dry meals like dry nuts. Instead of dry nuts, you can have activated nuts in if you're snacking or having meals, and cooking with little bit of oil or adding little bit of ghee in your food. So all those things, they help in balancing the Vata dosha, and that will definitely help in insomnia.
So how can we activate our own nuts? Is that soaking it in water?
Yes,
Is
we
it
can. Yeah, soak it overnight. Yeah.
Right.
So almonds, walnuts, whatever you are using, soak it overnight. You can peel it off in the morning, and then you can have it.
So it's easier to digest because it's a bit moist or wetter,
Yeah,
not so
not dry.
abrasive
Yeah.
on the digestive tract. Okay. It's interesting. Do you do, like, isn't there a thing as well that people, I've been coming across it on, I've been watching different videos, and a lot of ladies and men, I suppose, of all different cultures, are starting to massage their scalp with more oils. A lot of women doing it because they've got dry hair, let's say. You know, you see all those beauty videos out there, and so they're doing these oil massages on their scalp, leave it on for half an hour now, and then wash their hair. There's a lot of benefits. Is that something you do yourself and you tell people that it's good to do?
Yeah, so people when they come to us with one of the concern with sleep, this is the best thing which we tell them: oiling the sole of the feet at night, and then oiling the scalp and leaving it either overnight or at least for 2-3 hours so that the oil is properly absorbed. They can use any dosha oil according to their dosha, or they can use Brahmi oil, which is a medicated oil which is usually used for all the concerns which is related to your nervous system and your brain. So Brahmi oil, or you can use sesame oil for vata balancing, just massage, and it should be lukewarm so that it is properly absorbed in, and you can massage it and you leave it overnight or 2-3 hours, and that helps in balancing the vata dosha.
Is it better to leave it overnight longer, or does 2-3 hours do the job?
If you're comfortable to leave it overnight, you can. Otherwise, if you're comfortable to leave it only for 2-3 hours, I think it should also be good.
Because like I've tried that years ago, and I slept with coconut oil in my hair, but I got cold, so I had to get up in the middle of the night and wash my hair. It's like maybe the room was cold and the oil felt cold on my head. It made me cold everywhere.
Actually, coconut oil is pitta balancing, so it is cooling in nature.
Oh, I had the wrong oil.
Yeah.
What should I put on?
Maybe sesame oil, because it's warming
really?
in nature. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Even if the room's cold.
Yes. Sesame oil is warming in nature. Yeah.
Wow. And it will, and you'll sleep through it. Won't keep you up.
No, I don't think so.
No, but you need to change your pillowcase the next day.
Yes. So this is one thing which people are not comfortable with, and we advise them. Then you can have you can leave it on for 2-3 hours, and then you can just wash it off.
Exactly. But it doesn't matter. I think it's better to leave it on. Like, who cares if, this is how I think in my head, I think it doesn't matter if the pillowcase gets dirty, just have an old one or put a towel. I mean, if it's going to be good for you.
Yes, you have many other options to do.
Very good. Okay. And you mentioned the role of yoga meditation is very good. I've just got that on my list. What else did we miss? What's the how many hours should we sleep? Did we cover that? You said
7 to 8 hours.
Yeah, you said that. And we can have too much sleep, can't we? You hear people saying that, you know, some people say, oh, I sleep 12 hours a night. And that's like really bad for the energy of the body, isn't it?
Yes, because if you're sleeping too much, again, it is bringing, like, your body becomes more sluggish, which we call as like the kapha dosha increases in your body. So your digestion becomes sluggish, your energy, you feel like low with your energy and with the mind also.
Yeah. So
excess of everything is bad, as I was saying. So at least approximately 7 to 8 hours is a average sleep which one should have, so that their energy, their hormones, their immunity is maintained and their body is rejuvenated. So that much sleep is enough for a healthy person.
Yeah. And what about hydration and water in the body? How does that impact the way we function and sleeping?
Yeah, because as you know that most of our body is made of water, and if we are not drinking enough water, we go out of balance, we become dehydrated, and then the functioning of the organ they are not maintained. So for the proper functioning of the organs and for a proper health, water is very important, and also for the functioning of the brain as well.
What about baths? First shower, like a bath or shower. Is bath something you recommend? People to just soak in a bathtub with essential oils in it?
Yes. So using some good essential oils is another a good tip for insomnia. And as I mentioned before, having warm showers at night before you go off to sleep helps in calming your nervous system, relaxing your cells, your tissues.
Have you heard of Bentonite Clay? I didn't know about it. I only just heard about it a few days ago. Never heard about it in my life, but I've just come across a video, and there's lots of info out there about it. Bentonite Clay, it's a clay you put in a bath. You put like a half a cup or something like that in the bath, and apparently it draws toxins out.
Okay, that's
It's like
interesting.
a clay.
I haven't heard of that
Like
before.
powder, you put it in powdered, and then you sit in it and it draws all the toxins out.
That looks interesting. I need to search for that.
Yeah, bentonite clay.
Yeah.
What essential oil, before we finish off, what essential oils do you like? I know a lot of people like lavender and things like that. Are there some that you think are really calming?
Yeah, so if you are a pitta person, then maybe something like rose, chamomile, all
nice.
these things, they help in calming your nervous system. And also I would like to talk about the herbs, some special herbs which are like brain tonics that help in improving the function of the brain and the nervous system. So taking Brahmi, Ashwagandha, these are the main herbs that we recommend for someone who is suffering from any disease related to the brain or the nervous system. Ashwagandha?
Yeah. That's, what is that? Just tell us a little bit about that. I've seen it around, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, so it is a herb which is extracted from a plant, Ashwagandha plant. So, and similarly Brahmi. So it is a name of a plant, and we extract that herb from that plant. So we can have it in tablet form or liquid forms or powders anyways, and we can use it like half a teaspoon at night with half a teaspoon of Brahmi together to calm the nervous system, and then it helps in promoting the health of your brain and helping with all the diseases of the brain.
That's a good one to know.
Yeah, so if you're suffering from stress, anxiety, as I was talking in my last interview, and again if you're talking about insomnia, which is also related to the brain, these are the good options, these herbs.
Yeah. Okay. And what about, are you sort of fond of like candles in the bedroom or in the lounge room, candles or an oil candle? I know that's like a medicinal thing too, to have oil instead of a candle, because sometimes candles can be toxic, but to burn oil in the home, is that like something that can calm people, like as a spiritual element, or even not spiritual, just the look of it's pretty and calming on the mind and eyes?
Yes, so everything, you're giving the example of candles, but I would say everything which helps to calm your mind or make you more happy, or which helps you to get rid of the stress which you are carrying throughout the day. Anything, maybe some fragrance, some kind of music, or some kind of like candles, anything. Even talking to your family, sitting there having a good time, helps in relaxing and de-stressing your mind.
That's right.
So all those little things will definitely help you. But if people, sometimes they say, they're so busy with their work that after they finish their dinner, again they have to turn on their laptops or phone to work on things. So this is another reason why people are suffering with all these concerns.
Yeah.
So switching off the mind and preparing yourself for a good relaxed sleep. And another healthy tip I recommend to my clients, people say, we can follow all the things, but we can't switch off the mind. Everything like what we have to do the next day, it's just running in the mind. So few things like making a list of things what you have to do the next day, and and getting ready so that you bring it out of your mind and it's on the paper now, it's not in your mind. So all those small things, again taking some deep breaths, and I recommend them, like if they're taking in, they have to assume as if they're taking all the positive things inside, and when they breathe out, they have to assume as if they're breathing out all the negative things, the stress, the anger which they have been carrying, or sadness, everything which is negative, they have to exhale when they're exhaling out during the pranayama or the breathing exercise. So all these little tips helps them to get rid of those things which they are carrying and which are not needed when you're sleeping.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Well said. Wow. I know it's these things we think, yeah, we know that it's simple, but it's good to hear it again. And the way you explained it's excellent, because of course we know these things, but we just get disconnected from ourselves in this modern world, don't we?
Yes.
You know, too busy.
And
But it doesn't have to be. A lot of people
yes,
don't do that. A lot of people make time for themselves.
Yeah.
They don't want to end up in hospital or the doctors all the time, so they're stopping it before they get to that.
exactly. So there should be time for everything in your life, and that is how you can make your life a better one, a disease-free life. But if you're stuck with few things, maybe with your work, or maybe more time with your family, or some extra things, and you're not spending time for your health, then definitely you come across all these concerns.
Yeah. And you said disease free, and it's good to put in our mind and just have that positive sort of mantra and mindset that, you know, we don't have to get a disease as we get older. A lot of people say, oh, it's natural, I've got diabetes, but I'm in my 50s, it's normal, and I'm going to need surgery one day, or I'll probably end up in hospital because I'm old. But it doesn't have to be like that.
Yes, true, very true.
We see 90-year-olds, 100-year-olds in different cultures like Chinese doing Tai Chi, and Indians living like, you know, the smart people know how to live and do their stretches early in the morning. And it's cultural too, isn't it?
Yes.
And we can learn from each other.
Yeah. So it's just understanding that how you understand your body, yourself, and how you understand your health, and how you give importance to your health.
Yeah, the importance, that's right. Make it a priority and not say I'm too busy to eat well or too busy to exercise.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we've come to the end of the show, but we've got a minute left. Anything else you want to just cover or say before we wrap it up? Covered all our points?
Yeah, so if someone is suffering from insomnia, or someone who want to prevent insomnia in their health, I would recommend to them start balancing your lifestyle from today. So proper times for eating, proper times for sleeping, oil abhyanga, using oil on the body, balancing the vata dosha,
Nice.
and preparing yourself at night to go off to sleep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Put that mindset, get the mindset happening.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Always good chatting to you. We've got you coming back in a few weeks for another topic, haven't we?
Yes. So we're talking on arthritis.
Arthritis, that's right.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Thanks again.
Thanks, Bianca, for
Thank
having
you.
me here.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. You're welcome.